Have you ever felt that your Google ad budget is just being wasted on useless and irrelevant clicks? So many advertisers are overspending without even realizing it, and also possibly underspending in the wrong areas and missing out on some really big opportunities. So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 biggest mistakes that people make which drain their ad budget. And I'm going to share simple strategies that you can start using right now to take back control. Make sure you stay through the end of the video because I also throw in a bonus one as well, and you definitely don't want to miss that one. Because the truth is, competition is tougher than ever, and therefore controlling your ad spend is more critical than ever. Google's algorithms are getting smarter and smarter, and they're not exactly designed to save you money, which is exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. Don't forget, if you like this video, hit that thumbs icon and subscribe. Let's go do this. All right, so the first strategy I suggest you do is to start with your bottom of funnel keywords in just one location. If you're unfamiliar with the concept of bottom of funnel keywords, essentially these are the people who are ready to take action. They know that your product or service exists. They're just trying to decide who they're going to buy from. And I strongly recommend that you just start with these keywords, and as I said, in the one location, because this is going to test if you can convert your best traffic into leads and customers. And most likely there's no point rolling out in different locations if you cannot convert that traffic in that particular location. Once that is working, then by all means you can roll it out into different locations, but start small. Get a proof of concept, get it working, and then you can roll out into other locations. The second tip that I have is to stay away from exact match keywords. Whilst they are good in that they are hyper targeted, they are often way more expensive than phrase or broad match. Phrase and broad match keywords are going to require a little bit more effort in terms of adding negative keywords, but they are worth the effort because they are much cheaper CPCs. The third tip that I have is to have a look in the data in your Google ad account and have a look at the days of the week that you spend the most amount of money and also the hours of the day. You may be surprised that some hours of the day and some days of the week really get a lot of clicks and not a lot of conversions, and therefore waste a lot of your budget. So I'm going to show you real quick in a screen share where you can find this information and how you can make those informed decisions. So here we are in our live Google ad account. And where I've gone is I've chosen a specific campaign, and I've gone to when and where ads showed. Now this by default is going to combine the day of the week and the hour of the day together. So it can be a little bit confusing to look at it this way. So I suggest you start with the day of the week first, and I would do this for every campaign that you are running. I like to rank by impressions because I want to see where the volume of traffic firstly is coming from. And I can see actually that Saturdays perform really well and they convert at 42% versus strangely, Tuesdays only converts at 18%. But Sunday looks like there's no point in advertising at all. I get limited impressions, but I'm not really so concerned about that. What I'm focused on is the fact that I have got 0 conversions. And so therefore this is an obvious place where I could save money and therefore just not even advertise on a Sunday. And then let's have a look at the hour of the day. I also like to rank by impressions, and we can see for some reason between 2 and 3 p.m. My lead costs are really expensive. Same with 7 a.m. I get clicks, not many, but I've had no conversion. So I also like to rank by conversions to see that hour of the day where it's most important. So 9 a.m. it shows that I do really well, and also 6 a.m. and 5 p.m. And then if I scroll, if I rank rather by cost per conversion, so I'm looking for when my most expensive leads are, they're 2 and 3 between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. and 11 a.m., which is really interesting. So you can have a look in your account and see if you can find some obvious areas that are wasting money, that people are clicking and they're not converting for whatever reason, and you can limit your ads to show up during that time of day. If you're unsure how to implement an ad schedule, I'm going to show you real quick. Here we are back in our live Google ad account, and I'm going to go to audience, keywords and content and ad schedule. And as you can see, these ads are scheduled to show all the time. So what you want to do is you want to click this plus button, and then you might want to schedule your ads to be maybe Mondays to Fridays, and Saturday as well. And then you could say Monday to Friday between, let's say, 7 a.m., considering that worked really well, 7 a.m. to maybe 6 p.m. And then you can also add in, if I just wanted to exclude Saturday, I want to exclude Sunday, so I'm going to add Saturday, and I'll do the same thing, and then I will click Save. You might be interested in downloading our free Google Ads audit checklist. This is a free resource I'm giving to you which outlines all the individual elements that you can look for inside your Google Ad account, which will help you optimize. It will help you get the most amount of results from your Google ad spend. Just go to this URL, put in your name and email address, and we'll email you the link to this free resource. We use it in our agency. All our Teach Traffic course students use it as well. It's really, really handy. Definitely check it out. So that's how you implement the ad schedule. Definitely do this in your account so that you can conserve budget for days and hours of the day that are wasting you money. The fourth tip I have is also to consider making some bid adjustments based on device. Maybe you might have a situation where your ads are getting a lot of mobile phone clicks, yet they're not converting, and therefore it may make sense to decrease your bids for mobile or possibly turn mobile off. Or perhaps it's the opposite. I'm going to show you again in a quick screen share where exactly you can find this information and how you can make those decisions. So we're back in this same Google Ad account, and I've also gone again into this same campaign under Insights and Reports, same section, when and where my ads have showed. And if I scroll up real quick, I've toggled across here to my devices. And if I scroll down real quick, I want to see the performance of mobile phones versus computers versus tablets. And if I scroll across real quick, we'll see here that the lion's share of my impressions are from a mobile phone, as well as my conversions. And really this is for a near me type keyword, which is a very mobile centric. So I'm kind of not surprised by this data, but it really illustrates just how important mobile is for this particular account. But interestingly, desktop actually doesn't convert very well at all. And maybe I might think to reduce my bids for desktop. Interestingly as well, tablet does not perform at all, really. So I could possibly look to turn off tablet, but it really doesn't cost me all that much money. And so therefore, maybe it's just worth keeping on. So have a look in your account and you can see if you can see some obvious areas to save money. If you find you do want to add in a kind of bid adjustment, you stay in this section here and click on this edit, and we click on the edit button, and you can choose to either increase your bid adjustment or decrease your bid adjustment by a certain percentage. If you wanted to turn it off completely, you would choose decrease by 100%. So just be really careful though with bid adjustments. You can really easily increase your CPCs once you start layering on some bid adjustments, be it device and locations, etc. I've seen it kind of get out of hand a little bit. The fifth tip I have is to consider implementing some of the automated bid strategies. I've seen a number of situations where we have moved from manual CPC bidding to one of the automated bid strategies, be it maximize conversions or target CPA bidding. And that's all the change we've made, and we've managed to reduce our CPCs that way. And that's because Google had enough conversion data and we really had no control over that. We didn't do anything special. So definitely, if you have more than 30 conversions in a 30-day period in your account, definitely consider implementing some of these automated bid strategies. I'm actually a big fan of them. If you're unsure how to do it, let's dive right in again, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to do. So once again, I've gone to my particular campaign, and I'm going to go to my campaign settings. And this is obviously where the settings are for all my campaign, for this particular campaign rather. And if we scroll down here, this has already been set for maximize conversions, but you click on this, you would choose change bid strategy, and then you can choose the different bid strategies, or if you want to get all the available options to you, be it maximize clicks, maximize conversions, conversion value, etc., or manual CPC. So if you have more than 30 conversions in a 30-day period, definitely consider trying maximize conversions first, or perhaps target CPA bidding. And lastly, my final tip to conserve budget, maybe you've had a look in the recommended section inside your Google Ad account. Definitely do not follow these recommendations blindly. If you're unsure where to find them, I'll show you right now. Here in this Google Ad account, I've gone to recommendations, and Google automatically make these suggestions. And honestly, most of the time, they're really just designed for you to spend a lot more money for very little results. So I definitely don't recommend you doing that. And scrolling through here, what are they suggesting? Set a target CPA, that's okay, or improve my responsive search ads, asking me to add broad match keywords. Well, really, I'm doing just fine, Google, with my phrase match. Broad match is going to really expand the scope of my search terms. I'm going to have a lot more work in adding negative keywords, and it's going to really deviate away from my target keywords. So I really would not be doing that at this point. It's telling me to add new keywords, and really, Google can kind of go a little crazy with their recommendations. So I don't recommend that you blindly add all these recommendations. And lastly, make sure all your winning campaigns are not limited by budget. You definitely don't want to do that. I actually have a video, I'll put a link in the description to another video where I talk about more of these kinds of strategies, high and low budget. So definitely check out that video as well. As I said, I'll put a link in the description, and you can get some more tips about campaign budget optimization. Don't forget to download our Google Ads audit checklist. This is a free resource I'm giving to you, which outlines all these elements that you need to look at to optimize your Google Ad account. Obviously, I've shared just a handful of them today. In this audit checklist, I go through a whole lot more, and really you'll get the most amount of your ad budget, because Google Ads is really all about focusing on what is working and stopping what is not working. If you like this video, maybe check out our website, teachtraffic.com, for more helpful resources. And if you like this video, don't forget, hit that thumbs icon and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.